It's another week, meaning we have a whole new round of gaming news stories lined up and ready to go. A Resident Evil show is probably coming to Netflix. Sony might start selling in-game hints to players, and the PS5 and Xbox Series X could end up getting delayed. All that and more on today's episode of The Countdown, as we cover 5 more stories in gaming that you need to know. Number 1. Next-gen console delays. The coronavirus outbreak has already caused delays on new Nintendo Switch consoles, and a few games as well. Unfortunately, now there's also a chance that we might even see the PS5 and Xbox Series X pushed back as a result of the virus. The new consoles are due out in November, meaning that production on them should be starting pretty soon. But in order to prevent the coronavirus from spreading, many Chinese manufacturers have closed their doors until the outbreak is controlled. Chinese companies make almost 100% of all gaming hardware, meaning that if these manufacturers stay closed and the virus continues to spread, it's very unlikely that the consoles will be ready for their scheduled release date. That news would definitely bum us out, but our thoughts go out to those who are dealing with the effects of the coronavirus, and if having to wait longer for new consoles means that people will be healthier, then we'd be happy to wait. Get well soon, guys. Number 2. Activision remakes. After the successful remakes of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, Activision has announced that they have even more remastered versions of their classic games lined up as well. This means that there's a chance we might see remastered versions of old Tony Hawk games, Call of Duty, Prototype, or even Guitar Hero. The move definitely makes sense for Activision, seeing that nostalgia always sells and remakes have had a huge audience recently. Even this year, the remakes of Destroy All Humans and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom are 2 of the most anticipated titles in 2020. So if you've been dying to play a new Tony Hawk or Guitar Hero game, you might not have to wait as long as you think. Number 3. Warcraft 3 woes. Saying that Warcraft 3 Reforged had a rocky launch would be an understatement. Fans were so upset with this game that it currently holds the lowest score of any game on Metacritic, with an embarrassing 0.5 out of 10. Most of this is due to the fact that when the game was first announced in 2018, it looked completely different. Blizzard had promised enhanced cutscenes, a new UI, and added story elements. Instead, all they did was swap out the graphics and textures and give people the exact same game. Blizzard went as far as to give players who bought the game a full refund, and they even issued a public apology. They plan to keep updating the game with new patches, but coming back from this one will be tough. Number 4. Sony selling hints. We all know that microtransactions have become a huge part of gaming, but it seems as if they're about to get even bigger. Sony has reportedly filed a patent for software that can offer players an in-game hint for a small fee if they get stuck. So basically, if you're playing a game and don't know what to do next, you can give Sony a couple bucks and they'll give you a hint as to where you should go. Just like loot boxes, this news is sure to upset a lot of people, especially considering that most of the time you can find help by simply Googling the game you're playing. Number 5. Resident Evil TV series. A Resident Evil TV series is most likely coming to Netflix, thanks to the show's plot recently being leaked online. Supposedly, the show will take place outside of Washington, D.C., and will take place 26 years after the discovery of the T-virus. It's unclear if we'll be seeing characters from the games just yet, but the show's locations are reportedly brand new. Resident Evil has already had 6 big action movies starring Mila Jovovich, but Netflix would look to make a more grounded version of the franchise. Given the success of The Witcher, there's a good chance that we're going to see more and more video game shows being made as time goes on. Well, that covers our 5 stories in gaming that you need to know. Be sure to give us a like, comment, and share this video with your friends. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to Arcade Cloud News right here on YouTube for more of the best content in gaming. Thanks for watching!